Due to their rarity and unusual manner of thinking, Sigma guys can be a challenging problem for most people to solve. Some individuals mistakenly believe that because they tend to be quiet and restrained on the outside, they could be simple to control or exploit. But nothing could be further from the truth than that. Actually, Sigma males are a complete nightmare to tamper with and push past their boundaries because of their complex inner nature. Let's go through some of the significant reasons why you should avoid tampering with a Sigma man. He is a thoughtful man. A Sigma guy typically has a wonderful mind and is a profound thinker, if not an overthinker. Because of his extremely analytical way of thinking, he always gives topics a lot of attention that other people might not even consider. He considers all factors and doesn't give up until he gets the right reaction. He always looks for methods to stay in his lane and keep out of arguments and controversies. He particularly hates conflicts, theatrics, and unneeded conflict. Despite being highly integrated, they are independent. Sigmas are admired for their ability to cooperate while remaining dissociated enough to be autonomous, not for their detached attitude toward the social dominance structure. Contrary to popular belief, archetypal Sigmas do not avoid social situations or avoid meeting new individuals. Despite being plainly alone, they can interact with people because they are a part of society. They tend to enter values that their BS meter filters, though. They are more likely to get along with their closest friends or in an environment where they have a common interest. They are independent. Self-sufficiency is the cornerstone of a Sigma male's complete personality and one of their basic traits. Of all the masculine characters in the social dominance hierarchy, they are the most independent. Throughout their life, Sigma boys like to travel a lot and may get lost or succeed elsewhere. They most likely don't even have a home or an apartment of their own. These folks have the ability to live simple lifestyles. Though capable of having them, Sigma's interests and inclinations are often not materialistic. Even with just a backpack, certain Sigma men can feel at home, just like the majority of people do. They can change. Additionally, the male Sigmas are very adept at adapting because it comes naturally to them. One may start to lose interest in a hierarchy if they are so sure of their own flexibility. For instance, male Sigmas may begin wearing crucifixes, reading the Bible, carrying rosaries, and engaging in a variety of other activities to fit their position after they begin attending Catholic church services. They work very hard to mimic their surroundings as closely as they can in order to show how adaptable they are. They are more knowledgeable than they admit. When it comes to social situations, Sigma males are reservists by nature. Sigma guys are glad to take the back seat and prefer to spend their time on internal activities like learning and pondering rather than trying to steal the spotlight and be the center of attention. They are therefore extremely bright and frequently conceal a great deal of information. The ability to retaliate when people try to tamper with a Sigma man can be significantly underestimated by those around them because Sigma males do not flaunt their knowledge to get the respect of others. They respond in a logical manner. When most people are mistreated, they typically respond out of emotion rather than from a position of logic and reason. Being the victim of injustice can be a highly upsetting experience, thus this is a perfectly reasonable reaction. Sigma males, on the other hand, are remarkably adept at maintaining composure in the face of emotionally trying circumstances and maintaining the capacity to respond logically, even when others would break down and react emotionally. Sigma males possess the ability to step back from stressful situations and consider the best course of action calmly. This makes it extremely challenging to overcome them through emotional manipulation techniques. Their sense of fairness is strong. Sigma guys tend to create a very strong sense of the values they hold in life since they spend a lot of time focusing on the world around them. They act with a strong sense of justice and are not interested in outdoing those around them. This indicates that they are quick to point out unjust or cruel behavior they witness in the world and that they won't tolerate what they perceive to be an injustice in how others treat them. They are incredibly observant. Like many introverted personality types, Sigma males are keen observers of everything that is going on in their environment. It's extremely difficult for observation to go past a Sigma male, even if they are quietly sitting in a room corner. They are always paying attention to what is going on around them. Because of their keen sense of observation, they are very aware of their environment and will very immediately recognize any attempts to manipulate them. They spring into action immediately and do what they can to cut this behavior off, meaning people who try to mess with a Sigma male rarely see themselves getting very far into their plan. They constantly recover. A Sigma male's unwavering resiliency is one of his most notable traits. Sigma males are lone wolves who are aware that they require a strong feeling of inner resilience and control in order to navigate life on their own. They learn to depend less on others to solve their issues for them and to rise above even the most trying situations by being able to pick themselves up and go on. A Sigma guy will always find a way to get back up and rise to the moment, so those who try to knock him down quickly learn that once down, he does not stay there for long. They are fiercely motivated. The fact that Sigma guys are so tenacious in all they do contributes to some of their resilience throughout life. Sigmas don't make goals at random or in order to impress people. They create realistic goals for themselves and consider everything they do carefully and honestly. This makes it extremely challenging to influence a Sigma guy from the road he has decided to forge for himself, regardless of what cunning or manipulative techniques a person attempts to use. People with bad intentions usually find out quite fast that messing with a Sigma male's determination may be dangerous. They are skilled at manipulating events. Sigma guys don't necessarily lack the skills to get involved in other people's affairs just because they prefer to remain to themselves and do so infrequently. Sigma males have a special way of looking at the world that enables them to think creatively and come up with methods for manipulating events that others would never consider. A Sigma male's capacity to take issues into his own hands and reclaim control over his own circumstances is typically underestimated by those who try to tamper with him. Sigma males typically use their manipulative abilities for good, so if you try to tamper with them, you should be aware of this trait. Mistreatment is not tolerated by them. They truly don't have time for games since Sigma guys are so focused and so determined in their approach to life. They don't waste any time calling this behavior out when they believe they are being played with or treated unfairly. The Sigma male's swift and fearless ability to call out these games can be disarming and leave them halted in their tracks for individuals who are used to using the backs of others to obtain what they want in life. They don't hesitate to express their opinions. Because they have no fear whatsoever when it comes to stating their opinions, Sigma males don't put up with any form of disrespect. A Sigma male's inner strength is a force to be reckoned with, despite the fact that they may come across as quiet and pleasant on the exterior. When they feel someone is messing with them, they can be shockingly assertive in how plainly and honestly they express their opinions. They always have well-developed arguments. One of the major strengths of Sigma males in life is their high level of intelligence. It is certainly a fool's errand to attempt to outsmart a Sigma man because they thoroughly consider everything they say and do. The majority of the time, when someone tries to outsmart a Sigma guy, they find that he is capable of outthinking them. When someone tries to embarrass a Sigma guy or make him look foolish, they frequently just succeed in making themselves look foolish in the process. They are conscious of their limitations. Sigma guys are particularly good at pointing out behavior that they don't like since they are aware of their own boundaries. Sigma men often reflect on their inner selves and learn about their boundaries and limits during their free time. With this in mind, they are able to spot any attempt by others to cross these boundaries right away. Testing a Sigma male's boundaries is dangerous since you can be confident that those boundaries exist for a good reason. Their rage can be frightening. A Sigma male acting irrationally is such an unusual sight. His typical demeanor is reserved and peaceful, and it is quite challenging to rile him up. Having been that, it can be quite threatening to observe a Sigma male go enraged. The fact that Sigma males are typically calm and laid back contributes to part of why they can be so frightened when they're angry. To arouse a Sigma male's rage, you really have to be a nasty piece of work, but if it happens, get ready for a shock. They never forget. In addition to having a high IQ, Sigma guys have elephant-like memory. They are incredibly observant, therefore they recall everything that occurs to them. Having a good memory is essential for accomplishing the growth and self-improvement that Sigma males are so preoccupied with. They never forget when someone has tried to trick them, thanks to their excellent memories. Although Sigma guys are too logical to harbor resentments, they will undoubtedly recall instances when someone has tried to sabotage them. A Sigma guy will never forget if you have turned yourself into an enemy, even if he remains nice and cordial to you after. In the end, they'll always get their way. Don't overlook the importance of this. A Sigma guy will nearly always succeed and conquer in the end, thanks to his tenacity, reason, and high level of intelligence. A Sigma male has a clear vision of what he wants and will do whatever it takes to achieve it. While it may initially seem as though you have the upper hand by tampering with a Sigma guy, this won't last forever. At the end of the day, a Sigma guy always recovers and prevails.